Welcome back, guys, to Happy to Help. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, support if you have still not done it, and share these opportunities and these videos with your fellows, with your friends and family it if it concerns them. Today's video is going to be about YPPs and internships in international organizations. So the reason for making this video is that because even in my career, I got to know about these opportunities very late, I would say, which Pakistani people are absolutely eligible for. And this kind of career path is an amazing kickstart if in your career. There is a little catch over here. It's you need some kind of basic work experience. But let's start with what a YPP is. A YPP is, as its name is, Young Professionals Program, and sometimes it's Youth Professional Program, but it is YPP. The YPPs are based mostly in all of the international organizations, like, and from international organizations, I mean organizations like World Bank, ADB, and UN, and like there's so many more opportunities. But these three are the top three, my favorite, which I have been applying for since like quite a years. Obviously, as I spoke in my last video, failure is not what describes you. Being failed in it, it's not a big deal, but it's important that you know and you realize and you apply for it because you are learning through it. There are two kind of opportunities that the beginners can start your career with it. It's so one is YPPs and the other one is internships. We can talk about internships later on, but today's video is gonna be YPPs, and there is another. I am planning for another video for IRENA uh, jobs that is different from YPPs, and we'll discuss that in a different video. So YPP is this is basically a job opportunity. Well, it may vary from organization to organization. For example, World Bank, ADB, and UN. These are the three case examples that we'll discuss today. So it may vary from organization to organization. That is, it is a 3-year contract or 2 years contract or how long, but this is basically a job experience on contract basis, but which can absolutely go and be permanent job of yours. So, and these jobs will be based in the headquarters. So the World Bank headquarters, for example, this job is going to be in Washington or New York in United States. For ADB, it's going to be in Philippines, Manila, and like that. So as I mentioned, the basic eligibility which may take you behind is that they need some kind of 3 years or 2 years experience, but they will count your experience even you have worked unpaid, like sometimes it's clearly mentioned, and or even you worked while I mean part-time, maybe as a during your post-graduation, but they will only count your experience, your post-graduation experience, and from that I mean once you have graduated and later on you have some experience. So once you have that experience, applying for this opportunity is amazingly simple. It's so simple. So recently I see that the World Bank YPP program is open, and also their internship is open. So you just have to go on, log in, and make your simple application as any other application works on. And then there is an essay that you have to write, like always. So this essay is obviously what this whole application process depends upon, and this will decide that you could get this opportunity or not. And this was about World Bank. So World Bank is it is mainly, they have three institutions: World Bank, IFC, and MIGA. So that is mostly related to economics and finance and things like that. So not all background people can go there. It is certainly limited to some backgrounds. And here is its eligibility. Speaking of World Bank, okay, so this is the YPPs are a similar fashion jobs, but the eligibilities, the essays, and the kind of contracts may vary from organization to organization. But you must have okay. So for World Bank, it needs you to have a master's or a doctorate, and okay, speaking of fluency in English, I mean, if you're actually looking for job opportunities abroad, and if you're working on any further studies abroad, English, like the certificate of English is the very basic thing, which doesn't have any question to be asked. Maybe in COVID times they can accept your expired certificate because it is even more difficult to get tested for these exams, but it is absolutely important. And now I think the situation is that like settling down, so we can plan for English language test. And speaking of that, if you find TOEFL and IELTS expensive, maybe Duolingo is the very good option that like most of the organizations accept it these days. So maybe you can go for that option and at least know where do you stand. And then if you want to invest in yourself, you must and you should go for IELTS and TOEFL. That gives me another idea to make that video about it. Okay, nevertheless. And okay, so as I mentioned, there are three different institutes for World Bank. It's World Bank, IFC, and MIGA. So they have their own different kind of experiences. I mean, eligibility and requirements. So you can go through this website, which I will be sharing in the description, and you can find it. So I'm not here to guide you with the baby steps like eligibility, ABCD, but I'm trying to like introduce this program because I know that not many people know about such kind of programs, and like those crazy people who know about this like me are crazy enough to apply hundreds of times until we get it. Because no, so see, they are even expecting after your masters and after doctors, because it's like not only because the salary is so good. Let me tell you, the salary that is $3,000 per month for World Bank, and you'll be working in United States. You get your medical insurance and things like that. But like just the idea of starting your career from World Bank, it gives me a very cool vibe just to think of that. So why wouldn't I go for that even after my doctoral? I would certainly. So I don't mind applying for this kind of program several times. Speaking of ADB, so ADB is more of Asian thing, and recently I have acknowledged the fact of being Asian, and how more important it is to consider the problem of Asians, because in near future and even in the recent past, like Asia and we being Asians, in terms of climate vulnerability, in terms of poverty, in terms of sustainable development, I mean, look at the globe, man. We are in trouble. So it's from the feeling of being patriotic or whatever. If you get the opportunity to serve in the Asian community, let's prefer that. And Philippines is a beautiful place to go for and work for that. The salary thing would still be same. I don't exactly remember how much is their salary, but this is a fixed term contract of 3 years again. I don't think the ADB is currently open. I mean, the YPPs and ADB is currently open because I had recently submitted my application in June 2021, so it must be closed by now. Oh, well, okay. The most important thing, since it is a YPP, Young Professional Program, so you should not be more than 32 years of old for ADB, and like it would be similar or closed for World Bank as well. And yep, you need to have 2 years of professional experience relevant to the job role. Okay, the interesting fact about ADB program is that because I have been more seriously applying for YPPs and ADB than World Bank because of two reasons. Because my background suit well to the kind of opportunities I apply for, because ADB gives you a very diverse pool of opportunities that you can apply for. And like for World Bank, they only have finance and numbers and economics kind of thing, which my background doesn't really relate to. So yeah, that is the reason I emphasis on applying for ADB, and like the fact that I really would love to work more for Asia than going for US again. And UN again, so UN is very complex and it's very broad. It has UNEP, and it has their own organizations, and they have their own type of job opportunities, which maybe we can discuss more in detail for like in the next video. But my point is that for this video is that the YPPs is a thing. Please go for them. Please hunt for them. They are most oftenly open 2 times in a year. So if you just go and write YPPs, you can find them. So look for these opportunities, and I'm really looking forward to making more videos. And as I'm making these videos and during discussion, I'm getting more and more ideas to what my next videos would be about. Okay, that's it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and support. Happy to help.